Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be breaking down for you step by step how to gain lean muscle as a teenager using classic powerlifting and bodybuilding principles. I'm going to make it as simple as possible for all of you guys to follow along. But first, my name is Noah Hunsaker. I am the founder of Get Her Done Fitness, and I made it my mission to help other young and teenage men get the body that they've always dreamed of. Okay? This can be a simple two-step process for anyone to follow along with, okay? And I get it. I've been in your guys' shoes for the longest time. I was trying to pack on size, but it wasn't until I discovered these very basic principles and applied them that I started to see the results that I was actually looking for. And so step number one is going to be mastering your time outside of the gym. What does that mean? Okay? If you look at all the great bodybuilders and powerlifters, all of their time outside of the gym is spent towards reaching their goal, which in this case is to be good at their sport, which is bodybuilding, gaining muscle and size, right? Which is exactly what you're trying to do if you're watching this video, okay? And so they're getting 8+ hours of sleep every night. Very important. Sleep is when you build muscle. And so if you're not sleeping, you're not recovering, you're not building muscle. You're not going to be reaching your full potential, okay? I need you to get 8+ hours of sleep every single night. And I'm talking actually being asleep, not 8+ hours in bed, but 8+ hours actually asleep. Because if you go to bed at 10 and you wake up at 6, that doesn't necessarily mean that you were asleep from 10 to 6. That means you were probably asleep from, say, 11:30 to 6, because that's when you actually fell asleep. So you need to be getting 8 hours of actually sleeping every single night. And the second thing they need to do is you need to give yourself 48 hours to recover in between every single muscle group that you train. If one day you go in and train chest and triceps, you need to give yourself 48 hours before you go and train chest and triceps again, so that those muscles can fully recover and build the muscle, and so you can break it down again, and then it can build it up again in the next 48 hours. If that makes sense. And so recovery is very important outside of the gym. The other thing that you need to master outside of the gym is going to be your nutrition, okay? And don't overthink this. So many people, they try to, make sure everything's like spot on, you have perfect macros, perfect calories, etc. But don't overthink this, okay? Because if you're watching this video, right, you're trying to gain muscle and size, you're probably going to be looking at a caloric surplus where you are going to be intaking more calories than you are burning, okay? And that means that you're gaining weight. That's how it works. And so if your caloric maintenance, which is how many calories it takes to maintain your current weight, or in other words, not lose or gain any weight, whatever that is, you need to add 500 calories to that. And that's going to be what you're going to be eating at for the next period of time where you're trying to gain muscle, right? And so this is different for everyone though. And so your caloric maintenance could be 2,500 calories, it could be 2,800 calories, or if you have a really high metabolism, it could be 3,000 plus calories. Okay, so you just need to experiment and find where you are actually gaining weight. And so if you try 2,500 calories to bulk and you're not gaining weight, that means you need to increase it. And then if you're still not getting weight, you need to increase it again. And then if you're gaining too much weight, right, then you want to lower it a little bit. You want to find that sweet spot where you're gaining a sustainable amount of weight every single week, which would probably be around 1 to 2 pounds every week, or even less than that, honestly. Okay. And the third thing they need to master outside of the gym is not wasting your time and energy on things that you don't want to do. You have a very limited mental bandwidth to where you can only apply yourself to these specific areas and actually do good in them. And so if you try to do a million different things in a day, then you try to go to the gym, you try to focus, try to train hard, it's going to be really difficult because you've already used up all of your mental bandwidth on all these other things, right? So stick to Very basic, very few things, and then you're going to excel at those few things is what's going to happen. So summing up, step number 1 is you need to make sure that you're getting 8+ hours of sleep, that you are giving yourself 48 hours in between muscle groups. Make sure that your nutrition is on point, and then also you do not want to be wasting your time and energy on things that you don't want to do. And on to step number 2 is going to be mastering your time inside of the gym. Okay, if you look at all the greats, okay, they go into the gym and they train like absolute animals. You can find clips of Arnold Schwarzenegger talking about how he would often puke in between sets because he went so hard. Or you can also find clips of Jay Cutler talking about how when he was growing up, going to his gym when he was a teenager, the guys there said that if you didn't squat until your nose bled, that you weren't squatting hard enough. The point is that you need to go into the gym and you need to train like an absolute animal. You need to absolutely destroy that muscle group that you were going in to train. There is a catch to this, so you need to be making sure that your form is on point. If you ever sacrifice your form, you are going to pay the price, because when you sacrifice your form, you are putting yourself at that much higher of a risk for injury. And if you're injured, you're going to be out of the gym for X amount of weeks where you're not going to be able to make any progress, or you're going to be able to go in and not train as hard, not train as efficiently, not train like a monster because you're injured. And then if you do try to do that, you're going to injure yourself even more. And so the point is that you can avoid all that by always using good form. And so if you can get another rep, that's great, do it. But at the same time though, if you're going to be sacrificing your form, then that's where you need to stop. And the next part of mastering your time inside of the gym is going to be training each muscle group about 2 to 3 times a week. And so that fits in perfectly with the 48-hour window in between the muscle groups. And so a very common split, and my split, is push-pull legs, where I go in on Monday, I train chest, triceps, and shoulders. Tuesday, I do deadlifts and back and bi. And then Wednesday, I squat. And then I do the same thing over again. And then I have Sunday as a rest day. But what that allows me to do is have 2 days or 48 hours in between each muscle group. And that's going to be it for today's video. If you guys found this information useful and you would like more, go down below, hit the subscribe button so you never miss a new video. And while you're at it, you might as well hit the like button. And if you would like a closer look into my day-to-day lifting, go down below and follow my Instagram. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Always remember to get her done.